air tube for a washing machine, and what I'm doing is blowing through the air tube to make sure it actually engages the pressure switch, and that was the clicking that you heard. But even still, the pressure switch is working, but right away you could see this spot where the tub had been banging and rubbing against the tube and caused a leak in it. As you can see. Now, not too big a deal replacing the tube. There's the pressure switch that it hooks up to, feeds down through the unit, through the back of it, and then here it is, I'm testing it, blowing through it to make sure that it engages that pressure switch. But the reason that it got rubbed against was these clips. You want to make sure that the hose is held in those clips. Those clips position it and hold it in such a way that nothing's going to bounce against it, press against it. In this one I had a lot of extra slack, so what I wound up doing was pulling this up through the top of it, the back of it, where nothing's going to vibrate and rub against it. As the tub moves around a little bit, it can knock into stuff. Here's another very common leak point, which I show in other videos. This is on the largest setting, so I just wanted to make sure that it turns off properly. And I'll speed it up a little bit here. Perfect. So before I use this hose, I wanted to check it and make sure there was no leaks in it. So putting it underwater is a good way. Don't use hot water. And I got a leaking diverter valve. That's another story. Checking the washing machine hose. So yeah, last time I had one of these washing machine hoses leak. I had bought some extra hose. The problem is it had sat in my shop and got beat up. I actually found it on the floor and I just didn't want to take any chances here in using it, so that's why I put it under the water, prove it out, and make sure there's absolutely no leaks. Holding the whole thing under water and putting some pressure. Good. Just want to get it kind of further underwater, which is sometimes a little tricky, especially with one hand. Wrap it up a bit, and that way I can kind of hold it all under with one hand. Really test it. And really, if you coil it up like this, it's just as easy to do it in the sink. Everything's good there. Try it from the other end. Yeah, this was my bit of a blooper, and thought you guys might find it interesting. Of course, the hose worked and did the trick. Everything's good there. For the washing machine. Perfect. So all that's left to do now is slip this hose up, reset the clamp, and put the machine back together. This situation is always a bit scary. It's just amazing how much water the washing machine actually puts out. You never realize how much water it puts out until it comes flowing up over the top. And so it's definitely a good idea with something like this to stay with it a few times to make sure that it turns off every time, not to just, turn it on and go shopping or something. I mean, it puts out, 10, 15 plus gallons of water in a quick hurry. Enough to do some major property damage. Thanks for watching. As with all my videos, hope they spare you some major troubles.
Left behind what was yesterday.
Subscribe to get the latest videos, and don't forget to check out the Kung Fu Maintenance ebook and music albums.